Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talk Flora. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. It is fantastic to have you all here with us today.
It really is. You know, Jack, I was thinking about something on my way to the studio today.
Oh, what's that?
I was thinking about that feeling. You know that specific feeling in your stomach when you walk into the office kitchen? You're just trying to get a coffee,
I know where this is going.
and your boss, or maybe that coworker you don't know very well, walks in at the exact same time.
Oh, the silence. The awkward silence.
Exactly. It's terrifying, right? Even for native speakers sometimes. But for our listeners learning English, that moment can feel like a mountain to climb. You start panicking. What do I say? How do I sound polite? Do I just stare at the coffee machine?
Please don't just stare at the machine. That's definitely the wrong move. But you are so right, Emma. High-level listeners, have you ever wondered, how do I actually start a friendly, polite work conversation in English?
Right. Not just saying hello, but actually connecting. How do I ask my American or British coworkers for updates? How do I ask about news without sounding nosy?
And maybe the hardest part, how do I end the conversation and get back to work without looking rude? Because you can't just turn around and run away.
No running away today, because today on Talk Flora, we are going to fix this. We have a huge list of English conversation starters, sentence structures, and exit strategies for you.
That's right. We want you to feel confident. We want you to walk into that office kitchen and own the room.
We are going to help you get along with your colleagues better than ever before. Now, Jack, before we dive into the grammar and the phrases, we should mention our last video, right?
Absolutely. If you missed it, we did a video on the do's and don'ts of small talk. It covers a lot of the cultural stuff, like what topics to avoid. So if you're worried about accidental insults, watch that one after this.
Good advice. And hey, quick reminder to our lovely Talk Flora family. If you want the full PDF transcript of this conversation, which includes all the examples we're about to act out, click the join button below.
It's a lifesaver. You can download it, print it out, and practice at your own pace. Okay, Emma, are we ready to get started? I think we are. Let's dive in.
Okay, Jack, let's start with the absolute basics, the foundation. We're going to give you 6 easy-to-use sentence structures. And listeners, don't worry about memorizing specific words just yet. Focus on the structure so you can fill in your own ideas.
Right. Structure number 1. This is the heavy hitter. It's, how's your day been?
Emma, why are we saying been here? Why not just how is your day?
Ooh, good grammar question right off the bat. We are using the present perfect. How has something been? We use this because usually we are asking this question in the middle of the day.
Exactly. The day started in the past around 9 a.m., and it is continuing right now up until this moment. It connects the past to the present. So, how has your day been?
I love that, the journey of the day. You can use this for other time periods too, right?
Totally. If it's Wednesday, you could say, how's your week been? Because the week isn't over.
Exactly. Saturday hasn't happened yet. So, how has your week been?
So, Jack, let's roleplay this naturally. If I see you by the printer and it's lunchtime and I ask, hey, Jack, how's your day been? What do you say?
Not too bad.
That is the most British answer ever. Not too bad.
It really is. We love to understate things. Yeah, not too bad. It actually means good, but we just say, not too bad.
Listeners, if you want to sound native, especially in the UK, not too bad is your best friend. But you can also match the grammar. If I ask, how has your day been, you can reply with the present perfect too.
Right, I could say, it's been busy, or it's been fine.
It's been busy.
But honestly, Emma, in a real fast office environment, do native speakers always use full sentences?
Definitely not. We get lazy. A lot of native speakers break the grammar rules slightly or just shorten them.
Right. If you ask me, how's your day been? I might just sigh and say, busy.
Or just, fine, you?
Exactly. Fine, you is a perfectly acceptable, complete conversation in the hallway.
True. But let's try to expand a little bit. What about specific times of day? Can we modify this question?
Sure, you can ask, how's your morning been?
Oh, I use that one a lot, especially if I see someone at 11:30 a.m. It shows I care about how their start was, and sometimes I add a little magic phrase at the end.
Let me guess. So far?
Yes, how's your morning been so far?
So far means until now, from the moment you walked in until this exact second.
Let's practice that, listeners. How's your morning been so far? It sounds very caring.
And you can swap morning for specific work tasks, like, how's your new project been?
That's a great one because now you're asking for an update. You aren't just making small talk, you're actually asking about their work. How's the new project been?
So give me some replies, Emma, if I ask you, how's your morning been? Act it out for me.
Well, it's been good. Things have been good.
Things have been good. That's a great phrase. Things.
Yeah, when we say things in English, like how are things, we mean life, the universe, the general vibe, the work events, everything. Things have been good.
It covers everything without being specific. I like that. What if I ask about a project? How's the new project been?
Ah, the project's been good. It's been busy, but good.
The project's been. Listeners, hear that contraction. The project has been. The project's been.
It's been good. Nice and simple. Okay, Jack, are we ready for structure number 2?
I think we are. Let's shift gears. Okay, structure number 2. This is very similar, but the grammar changes slightly. How is your day going?
Going. G-O-I-N-G. Before we said been, now we say going.
This is the present continuous because the day is moving. It's happening right now around us.
Exactly. How's your day going? Or how's your work going? It has basically the same meaning as the first question, but it feels a little more active, maybe.
Yeah, it feels very in the moment, like right now as we speak. So how do we answer this? Because the question starts with how. Strictly speaking, grammatically, we should use adverbs, right?
Technically, yes. How is it going? It is going well.
It's going well, or it's going smoothly.
It's going quickly, actually.
But come on, Emma. In the real world, in the U.S.,
Okay, caught me. In the real world, especially in American English, but honestly everywhere now, people just use adjectives.
so if I say, how's your new role going?
I'd probably say, oh, it's going good. It's going good.
Grammar police.
I know. Good is an adjective, well is the adverb, but in casual, friendly conversation, it's going good sounds very relaxed and approachable.
I agree. Even in the UK, if you say it's going good, nobody's going to fire you. It's just friendly.
Right, unless you are writing a formal report, don't worry about it. It's going good.
Let's look at some other nouns we can put in there. You mentioned role. How's your new role going?
Yeah, a role is like your position or your job title. Maybe you got promoted. How's the new role going?
Or training. That's a common one at work. You're forced to watch those boring videos.
Don't say they're boring, but yes, how is your training going?
Let's practice some natural responses to that. Emma, how's your training going?
It's going okay. It's coming along.
Ooh, I like that phrase. It's coming along.
Yeah, coming along is a phrasal verb. It means it is progressing, it's happening. Maybe it's slow, maybe it's not exciting, but we are making progress. It's coming along.
That is such a useful phrase for work, when you haven't finished something but you don't want to say you're stuck. How's the report? It's coming along.
Exactly, it buys you time.
Here's another one for a tough day. How's the project going?
It's tough, but we're getting through it.
We're getting through it. That implies there is an obstacle, a difficulty, but we are pushing past it.
Step by step, we're getting through it. That shows resilience, Jack. Bosses love to hear that. Okay, moving on to number 3. This is a slightly longer sentence, but it's perfect for showing empathy and interest in others.
The phrase is, how are things going with, and then you add a person or a group.
For example, how are things going with your team?
Or, how are things going with your new client?
This is different from just asking, how are you? Now we're looking outward. We're asking about the people you interact with.
And be careful, listeners, this is usually asking for an update. We want to know if there is drama.
Jack, no gossip.
Okay, maybe not gossip, but we want to know, are there problems? Is it going well? Do you need help?
Right, it's a supportive question. If I ask, how are things going with your new boss, I'm giving you a safe space to talk about that relationship.
It's very flexible. You can use it for things too. How are things going with the new software? Or how are things going with the presentation?
So Jack, let's role play. I know you got a new client last week. So, how are things going with the new client?
Yeah, things are going well. We're making a lot of progress.
Making a lot of progress. That's a great, positive, professional phrase.
Or if I want to use the present perfect to sound a bit more sophisticated, it's been tricky so far.
Tricky. That's a nice, gentle word for difficult.
Yeah, if I say it's a disaster, that's too negative for work. But it's been tricky sounds professional. It's been tricky, but we're getting to know each other.
I love that. And listeners, you can just ask the short version too. You can just say, how are things going?
Just generally.
Yeah, how are things going? It's casual. It means life, work, everything.
And the answers can range from great to, well, not so great.
Let's hear the scale. Give me the best answer.
Things are going really well.
Okay, give me the middle average answer.
Things are going okay, can't complain.
And give me the I'm secretly struggling, but I'm at work, so I have to be polite answer.
Things are going okay.
It's all in the tone, isn't it?
It is. If the pitch goes down, things are going okay, that usually means ask me more, I need to vent.
Or it means please bring me a donut.
Exactly. Things haven't been great is another honest one. If you trust your colleague, you can say, honestly, things haven't been great.
That's vulnerable. Use that with work friends, maybe not the big boss.
Number 4, this one is specific for when someone is new or they have a new task.
The question is, how do you like the job so far?
There's that magic phrase again, so far.
We love so far. It frames the question perfectly. How do you like working from home so far?
How do you like the new office layout so far?
Notice we say, how do you like it, not do you like it?
What's the difference?
If I ask, do you like the job, you can just say, yes. It's a closed question. Boring.
Ah, right. But how do you like the job invites a story. It invites an opinion.
Exactly. It's open-ended. I want to know your feelings. Is it overwhelming? Is it fun? Are the people nice?
So imagine I just started, Emma. Ask me.
Okay. Hey, Jack. Good to see you settling in. How do you like the job so far?
I've been enjoying it so far.
See? He used the present perfect continuous. I have been enjoying it.
Or I could say, it's been really great so far.
Or the classic idiom, come on, Jack, say it.
So far, so good.
Yes, so far, so good. 4 words. Memorize that, listeners. It makes you sound so fluent.
How's the project? So far, so good. It means until this point, no problems.
But what if you want to give a more detailed answer? Maybe a mixed answer?
I could say, I really like the project. It's challenging, but it's interesting.
That is the perfect interview answer. It's challenging but interesting. It shows you work hard.
Or, honestly, it's been great so far. People are really friendly, and the training has been eye-opening.
Eye-opening. That means you learned things you didn't expect. That's a great vocabulary word. Now we are getting into the territory of collaboration. We need to ask our colleagues what they think.
Right. We have 2 ways to do this, a casual way and a formal way. Let's start with the casual.
Casual structure. What do you think about?
Simple. What do you think about Sarah's idea?
What do you think about the new schedule?
This is great for post-meeting chats. You walk out of the conference room, turn to your friend and whisper, what do you think about the boss's suggestion?
And remember, this isn't necessarily gossip. It's professional feedback. You are comparing notes.
So some replies. Emma, what do you think about the merger?
I think it makes sense.
It makes sense. That means it is logical.
Or I could say, I think it might work, but I'm not sure.
Or if you were a skeptical,
I'm not totally convinced yet.
ooh, not totally convinced. That is a very polite way of saying, I think it's a bad idea.
Exactly. English is all about being polite. Instead of saying, that's stupid, you say, I'm not totally convinced.
I love that. Okay, let's dial it up, make it more formal.
If you are in a meeting or speaking to a superior or writing an email, you might say, what are your thoughts on?
Thoughts, plural. What are your thoughts on the new project?
It sounds much more weighty, doesn't it? It implies I want a detailed, considered answer.
Yes, if you ask me, what are your thoughts? Don't expect a one-word answer. I'm going to give you a paragraph.
So, Jack, what are your thoughts on the new software update?
Well, personally, I think the update sounds promising, and we should explore it further.
Wow, look at him. Promising. Explore it further. Very professional.
Or I could say, I understand the benefits on paper, but I think there are details we need to work out.
On paper means in theory it looks good, but in reality, maybe not.
Exactly. And if you need to buy time because you haven't decided yet?
You can say, overall, I feel we're going in the right direction, but I'd like to get back to you with more specific thoughts.
I'd like to get back to you. The ultimate professional stall tactic.
It's not just a stall, it shows you are taking it seriously.
Okay, number 6. This is the water cooler classic. Asking about news.
The structure is, did you hear about or did you see?
Did you hear about the new regulations?
Did you see the email from the CEO?
Now, grammar point here. Notice the prepositions. We say hear about or read about.
But with see, there's usually no preposition. Did you see the email? Not, did you see about the email?
Right. Did you hear about the layoffs? Versus, did you see the memo regarding layoffs?
This is 2 questions in one. First, I'm checking if you know the information. Second, I'm implicitly asking, what do you think?
True. If I say, did you see the new schedule? I'm waiting for your reaction.
So, how do we reply? If you ask me, did you read that message from the boss? I might say, yeah, I skimmed through it.
Skimmed through. I do that a lot.
We all do. To skim means to read very quickly, just looking for keywords. You didn't read every word.
Yeah, I skimmed through it. Looks interesting. Or I glanced at it.
Same meaning, just a quick look.
What if you didn't see it?
No, I haven't yet. What's it about?
Or, no, what's happening?
That's the one for the gossip lovers. No, tell me everything.
Let's try a specific one. Did you hear about the new paperwork we need to do?
Yeah, HR told me about it last week.
Or, yeah, I saw it. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. A phrase for when you are shocked, either happily shocked or angry shocked.
In the office context regarding paperwork, definitely angry shocked.
Okay, Jack, we've started the conversation. We've asked about their day, their team, their opinions, and the news. Now comes the hardest part.
Leaving.
Escaping. How do we end the chat without saying, okay, bye, and walking away like a robot?
We need exit strategies. And for the British people listening, or those who want a British vibe, there's one word that rules them all.
What word is that?
Right.
It's so true. You slap your thighs with your hands, you take a deep breath, and you say, right.
Right. I should probably get back to my desk.
It signals the end. The thigh slap is crucial, listeners. Slap. Right.
And then you follow it up with a promise to talk later. I'll chat to you in a bit.
In a bit means soon.
So the full phrase is, right, I should probably get back to work. Catch you later?
Perfect. Catch you later. Casual and friendly.
Now, give me an American version, Emma.
Okay, Americans, we like to blame the time. We look at our imaginary watch and say, oh, look at the time.
Classic.
Oh, look at the time. I've got to hop into a meeting.
Hop into? Like a bunny rabbit?
Kind of. It means to jump into or enter quickly. I gotta hop on a call. I gotta hop into a meeting. It sounds dynamic and busy.
And then the follow-up phrase?
Let's touch base tomorrow.
Touch base. That is classic business English. It means to make contact again.
So, I gotta hop into a meeting, but let's touch base tomorrow. It's professional but firm.
Here is another one if you are really busy. I've got to tie things up here.
Tie things up, like tying a shoelace?
It means to finish a task, to complete the loose ends. I've got to tie things up before the deadline.
That's a good one. It shows you're working hard.
And the exit phrase, let's keep in touch about the results.
Nice. Okay, here's my favorite office cliche. The one everyone uses, but everyone kind of hates, but we use it anyway.
I think I know it.
Let's circle back to this later.
Ah, yes. Let's circle back.
It means let's return to this topic later. But honestly, sometimes it means I want to stop talking about this now.
It's a polite shutdown. This is interesting, but let's circle back to it later.
And then you run away.
Or just the simple, sorry, I've got to run, check in later.
I've got to run. Very common. It doesn't mean you're physically running, it just means you have to leave immediately. Wow, Jack, we have covered so much ground today.
We really have. We went from, how's your day been, all the way to, let's circle back.
Let's do a lightning round review. I'll say the context, you give me the phrase. Ready?
Born ready.
Okay, it's 3 p.m., you see a colleague. Ask about their day using present perfect.
How's your day been?
Correct. Now ask how their specific job is going using present continuous.
How's your new role going?
Ask about their team.
How are things going with your team?
Ask for a formal opinion on a project.
What are your thoughts on the project?
Ask if they know the news about the coffee machine.
Did you hear about the coffee machine?
And finally, escape this conversation.
Right. I should probably get back to my desk.
Perfect. 10 out of 10.
Listeners, we hope you feel armed and dangerous now. Well, not dangerous. Armed and friendly.
Exactly. These phrases are your toolkit. Don't be afraid to mix and match them. And remember, tone is everything. Smile, look interested, and people will love talking to you.
And hey, we love to hear from you. We want to know, how's your day going?
Yes, tell us in the comments. Use the present continuous. Or tell us, how do you like learning English so far? Use so far.
We read and reply to all the comments, so it's a great chance to practice.
And if you want that PDF with every single one of these scripts written out for you to practice in front of the mirror, click the join button below.
It supports the channel and it helps you learn faster. Win-win.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Talk Flora.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Emma.
And we'll catch you later.
See you soon. Bye.